How's it going, everybody? Johnny Styles here with the Wellness Observer Live. Thank you one more time for joining and for following the Wellness Observer Live on Instagram, on YouTube, on Spotify, and of course on iTunes, because some people are on the go and they just need audio. But I assure you, if you're watching or if you're hearing, I believe, if you're hearing this, this is a video that you might want to see just because it's very visual. If not, you can still hear it and you can still go back to it after you are done listening, doing your cardio, you're in your car, or whatever. So be very careful if you're in the car. On this video, I'll be talking about the one and only, the Pmma. I hope, we don't get, YouTube doesn't censor the word because the word is fairly new, and, in our bodybuilding and fitness world, we talk a little bit about everything, including like site injections and synthol and all this, that, and the other. And this channel has been always about transparency. This Instagram as well, and when I decided to do the open wellness observer live on Instagram, I've always said that I was going to be very honest and I was going to be very transparent because, again, it took almost 10 years for this class to make it in the United States of America. And if it's here now, I have to find a way to make it, to you, the people in watching this, you've learned so much from my videos. It's only gonna get better where more information is gonna come out. Again, in the United States of America, PMMA is not regulated. It's not. It's not available any medical procedure or any clinic. It's available in other places in the world, like Brazil. And it's come to light and to fruition after a few weeks. You guys have sent me some of the pictures that I've seen online, including top Olympians, that, some muscles look here, there, they look kind of iffy, kind of atrophy here and there. Can this be that? Can this be this, that, and the other? And in reality, you just gotta watch on stage, and we guess we'll find out when we see people on stage, and some muscle parts look probably very suspicious. Then we might know. Where do people use this? People use it, or they can use it everywhere: shoulders, arms, calves, glutes, quads. And like an artist, you have to know, or like a clinical doctor, if you want to call it that, you got to know where or how these things are injected. Back in the day, nobody probably knew. It was, mostly done somewhere, not in a clinic. But now, if you guys saw my story a few weeks ago, now there's clinics that are actually promoting this type of procedure for your fitness events. They're not doing that in America. They're doing it somewhere else. There's other leagues in the world aside from the NPC and the IFBB Pro League. But, we already know that the NPC and IFBB Pro League are the very best in the world. But there's other leagues, of course. And probably on those leagues, it's probably accepted. Probably the judges know that the girls use it. Or, again, like I've said before, and if you haven't watched my videos before, you'll find out why in a minute. When it's used for modeling purposes, when it's used for the adult industry and it's applied properly, you can get a good look, because I've seen many girls in person with it that do not compete, do not have to do anything with bodybuilding and fitness. They look pretty darn good, I gotta say it, as my opinion. I did a video on this a while back, and I wasn't posting on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that video and audio, of course, for you guys that hasn't, you guys haven't watched that video. Now you can watch it, because a lot of you come to the channel for all things wellness. And this is part of it. We got to be aware of the things that are happening in the news, and some of the news that, we can't hear here in America. We don't see it because we don't know any better. A lot of channels talk about synthol. A lot of channels talk about, site enhancement, injection enhancements. But this is still fairly new. in the United States of America, if you want to call it that. So I'm going to play this video now so you guys can see it and you guys can hear a little bit of what I had to say a little bit over 6-7 months ago. And then you'll go back to me and I'll close it out. This channel, this Instagram, YouTube as well, has always been about transparency, has always been about, being honest with you. And this is not going to be the exception. I've known about this forever. I think most of the people involved in the bodybuilding and fitness world have heard about it. And it's also my responsibility, I guess, to talk about it because a lot of new girls are coming up in our class of wellness. And if you don't know, then, in our industry, there's really no rules. But in reality, when you're talking about putting something in your body, is that gonna be the look that you want to bring to the stage? It's a weird situation because when we're talking about Pmma, and we're talking about this video by Suele Smart, which is a fitness influencer from Brazil. She's very, very popular. She's been all around the world, and a lot of people follow her. Very edgy. She's talked about using anabolic steroids. She's talked about a little bit about everything in reality. She put out this video in which she went to this clinic, and the doctor there, she is super popular using these types of injections, not only in the glutes, but in other areas of the body. And a lot of you have been commenting on the look of the glute. The way it looks, it resembles kinda some glutes that we've seen on stage. In reality, I've seen these type of glutes in person, and I'll be the first one to tell you they look good compared to what people see, that all the horrors and all the disasters that you see on Google or in the internet. I haven't seen anything bad with Pmma. In the adult industry, it's used a lot, and I've seen it work there, and it works great. I've seen it in the beach, and it looks good there. Does it look good on stage? In our industry, in the NPC Pro League, absolutely not, because it just doesn't look good. Period. And should it be allowed? Of course not. Is it legal in America? Absolutely not. It's legal in Latin America, including Brazil, but it's not legal here. And it just gives that round, full upper glute, that look that when you walk, you can see it, especially from the side as well. And if you don't know, there used to be a guy by the name of Rich Piana, which passed away. His arms were immense. They were huge. They were humongous. And I traveled with him as well, and I did videos with him as well. And to this day, I don't think I've seen arms like that in my life. And he did it right, in my opinion. But you can always kind of tell, that fullness look was always there. And you can see that it's not only in the glutes, they can use it in the quads as well. And it's a science, and you do need somebody that knows what it's doing. Because if you don't know, if you don't know what you're doing, and you just using this for just using it, it might end up really bad, and that's not what you want. That's why there's clinics like this one that can help you, I guess, achieve this look. But then again, it's also a thing that you don't want on stage, because like what I always tell people, it's like, oh, but the breasts are not real and they're implants. And yeah, but I'm not judging you on breast implants. I'm judging you on muscle. Okay, so if you cannot grow breast, then you put your implants for cosmetic purposes, right? But I've known people that have grown their glutes. I've seen girls that have absolutely no glutes, and probably in 1 year, maybe 2 years, I see them again, and they do have glutes. So you can grow your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads if you train them properly, if you know what you're doing day in and day out. Is it safe? A lot of you have been asking me, is it safe? I personally have never seen a case of a disaster. I have, if you Google like all these weird images about synthol and all that, I've never seen it in person. Like I've never seen a disaster. On the contrary, I've seen girls with really great glutes after using them and whatever. But again, it most of these girls that I've known that have used them, they do not compete. They do not compete in an NPC or an FBB Pro League stage. So that's my take on it. I can keep going on and on about this. Maybe I'll do a live with you guys. Maybe we can, ask questions and we can chat along. But it's one of those things that I needed to address because this has been going on for a while. And again, this channel has been all about transparency and all about honesty. If you guys have seen me, you guys have talked to me in the expos or in shows, I've always been honest with you guys. I've always been straight out, shooting it straight with you because it's about knowledge. It's about knowing what you're seeing. The judges sometimes don't understand, or probably they don't know where to see, so they can catch the eye. In my opinion, and again, like in my opinion, if anything is legal in our industry, so if you do it and you can get away with it, then hey, more power to you. But if it's bluntly visible in areas, then you shouldn't be up there. That's my opinion, I guess. So there you guys have it. A little bit of the old with a little bit of the new. Kinda the same thing that I was talking about. When this is used properly and you're not competing, then the girls that I've seen in person look pretty damn good. Can it fail? Absolutely. If you don't know how to use it, it can absolutely fail. If you use this in the calves and there's some muscle atrophy in there and you cannot probably flex these muscles the way they should flex naturally on stage, then there's a problem. If you put it in your glutes and you probably put a little bit too much on one side and then the other, when you're going to do your quarter turns, you're going to see some stuff. You're going to see some suspicious looking muscles in there. So here's what I have to say. I mean, in closing, because I think I've already said it all. Anything is legal in our bodybuilding and fitness world. There's no rules in per se. But if you're going to do this, please do not step on an NPC or IFBB Pro League stage, because you do know that there are judges that are aware now of what this chemical enhancement does. If you don't follow her, Sueles Mar, she used to compete. She doesn't compete anymore. And she's done it openly in her glutes and her calves. She just does modeling nowadays. And that's absolutely fine. But if you plan and aspire to be a top level IFBB pro, then you got to work hard and then you got to put in the work to do better. Like I said, some people, say that the breast enhancements are not real. Yeah, again, I'm not judging you on breast enhancements. I am judging you on the glutes. So that's my 2 cents. I hope you learned a little bit something about PMMA. And yeah, I've talked to doctors too, and some doctors know about it. And at least here in America, these doctors are not saying that's a good thing to have, because there's not enough science yet to learn what's going to happen a few years from now when that substance is in your body. And more importantly, before I let this go, if I see somebody on stage and I know how it looks, you can rest assured I'm going to call that person out, because I do know what it takes to be there in a way. And I know the certain look that the muscle has when you do that. So be very careful if you decide to step on stage, because the Godfather of Wellness will call you out. This has been Johnny Styles. Thank you so much for following the Wellness of Your Life, and I'll see you soon.